There is no truth in the allegation that the central government is tightening its grip on Hong Kong. The central government has time and again made it very clear that they want Hong Kong to succeed under one country, two systems, and a high degree of autonomy. That was made very clear to me by President Xi Jinping on 3 occasions that I met him in a couple of months' time. This social unrest was caused or triggered by the government attempt to introduce amendments to the Fugitive Offenders Ordinance. But I have almost immediately suspended the exercise following the mass confrontation in the Legislative Council. So one has to wonder what are the underlying factors that have caused this sustained social unrest for the last few months. So if you said that it is about political reforms, yes, we, myself included, are very keen to have universal suffrage in the selection of a chief executive. And we did make a very serious attempt in 2014 and 2015 to give people of Hong Kong 1 person, 1 vote to select the chief executive. But that has to take place within the legal framework as laid down in the Basic Law.
Universal suffrage, can there be a compromise, and how soon can there be?
Well, it depends on whether we could build consensus on this very important issue within a framework laid down in the Basic Law. Now, people said that they respect and uphold the Basic Law because it protects the freedoms and the rights of people. But at the same time, the Basic Law has a very specific Article 45, which made it very clear that, yes, the ultimate goal is to have universal suffrage in the selection of a chief executive. But when that happens, it has to take place through a nominating committee, which is broadly representative. And that, I suppose, when the Basic Law was drafted, was intended to ensure the long-term public interest.
China has made clear that it will observe universal suffrage if the candidates are approved by China. But the protesters say they want the right to nominate those candidates. I mean, how do you bridge the two?
No, I was involved actually to design the actual proposal within that framework as laid down by the National People's Congress Committee. I wouldn't say that that framework required approval by the central government as far as the candidates are concerned. That detailed proposal says that, yes, you could have universal suffrage. There should be 2 or 3 candidates to be put forward by a broadly representative nominating committee. And the nominating committee's broad representation comes from the different sectors. It's not entirely within sort of Beijing loyalists. You have professional people, you have representatives from the trade unions, from the business sector. But ultimately, there is, of course, another Basic Law provision that the chief executive has to be appointed by the Central People's Government.